this episode of the Bloxy podcast, we're going to be investigating how this Roblox creator quit his 9 to 5 to become a full-time YouTuber. Alright, welcome to the second EP of the Bloxy podcast. And today, we have...
Zap the boy, as they call me, in the house.
He said in the house.
In the forest, probably right now in the forest.
For the viewers, Zap, can you give me a quick rundown of who you are and what you've done?
Yeah, well, my name's Zap. I've been doing Roblox YouTube for literally a year now. I think I started January of last year, and I just make Roblox YouTube videos, man. Long form, short form. I started streaming, but right now it's 9 Nights in the Forest, and I do a little bit of game development on the side to help my videos. But besides that, man, I just like to have fun on the Roblox platform.
Well, all right, that's actually really good. You said you've been doing YouTube for about a year. How much success have you seen doing it?
Honestly, like when I first started, I started streaming on YouTube on the short form. That's like a secret little cheat code is if you go live on YouTube, but if you stream in a vertical landscape, you'll actually get pushed to the shorts feed. That'll kind of feed you viewers, even if you have like no subscribers. So I started doing that. I was just playing not Untitled. It's like This Game Is a Test. I don't know if you know that Roblox game, but it's like a really hard Roblox game. But I was playing that on stream and then ended up getting some viewers that became some of my first fans, and they put me on to all of the Roblox games I love now, like Rivals, etc. Once I started streaming, doing that, I started to make some long form videos. My first one ever was can I make a cash grab Roblox game in an hour, where I literally only gave myself an hour to make a full Roblox game, like thumbnail and everything. And I'll just give you the spoiler, but nah, you can't make a successful Roblox game in an hour. All right, it's a little bit too tough. But
wait, so you're a Roblox developer, right? Like you're a dev?
Pretty much. Not the best one, but you know, I like to create things. I've always liked to create things. It's kind of been your thing. Just what I've always done.
You already did the test, and you cannot make a successful Roblox game in an hour. So how long would it take you to make a successful Roblox game?
I think like a lot of stuff's changed since I did that video. Like obviously there was AI and stuff back in the day, but it was more like chat based. And now there's so many tools to help you like be a good developer. And you know, also the landscape of what a good game has changed on Roblox, right? I made that video before Grow a Garden happened, right? And before Grow a Garden, the landscape of Roblox games were more game focused. The big game before Grow Garden for me was Fish.
Oh, I've heard about
Fish
that
had its downfall. Yeah, Fish absolutely go to game. Basically like an Animal Crossing fishing experience and just total aura game. But they were normal games, and then Grow Garden happened, and it kind of introduced the whole like hyper casual younger audience onboarding happened. And now, you know, a lot of successful games that you see on the top page were made in a day, you know. So it's like, how long does it take you to make a successful Roblox game? Probably not that long anymore. It just depends on your goal. Like, do you want to have short-term success or long-term success? You know, there's games that are still popular today that were made years ago, right? Like Barry's Prison Run or Natural Disaster or MM2 or anything like that. Or Jailbreak, right?
I think I haven't played Jailbreak when I was younger. That's a really interesting
one, bro. Like,
wait, that still exists?
Jailbreak's goated. Yeah, Jailbreak definitely still exists. I'd consider it like the best prison escape game besides that OG one that's making a comeback. But yeah, Jailbreak's goated, and like that's a game, you know. I think like stuff that we see on the top pages now are kind of like hyper casual mobile games for the most part that probably won't be around a year from now, right? I mean, look at Plants vs. Brainrots.
Oh yeah, that game only had like a run of like a month or something, to my knowledge. It wasn't really.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's difficult to say also because then you look at something like The Forge. The Forge had a generational run as well, but now it's down. I think that's just the nature of Roblox games, honestly, is that ebb and flow. But there's like different ways to approach life. Like you could chase money and do that. Oh my gosh, bro, I'm about to starve. Get some food real quick.
There's a bunch of morsels there's a bunch of morsels over here. You should come get some.
Oh yeah. You've been holding it down.
I've really just been doing a whole bunch of killings and whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, one thing I will say though is like due to like the massive influx of like Roblox games, of course we have like the one-off variety games that pop off here and there. But if I'm to look at your channel right now, I see that you post 99 night content, mainly modded. Like I think you mentioned that, I'm not sure, but you make your own 99 nights videos, correct? Like you just make your own.
Yeah. So
oh shoot, the deer's on
basically
me.
I'm
Go ahead.
Oh bro, you cannot die on day 2, bro.
No. I'm good. Now, but what you were saying?
Yeah, like, you know, spoiler alert, but a lot of the top YouTubers that you'll see for any given top game, they 100% are always in a modded experience. That's just like a given. given, right? All of your favorite Steal a Brain Rot YouTubers, all of your favorite 99, even Escape Tsunami, quite literally all the top games have modded versions of the game. And when I say modded, I just mean admin panel where you can make anything happen. Spawn anything, you can make the day or night cycle change. The thing with that is okay, and I actually think it's a good thing because at the end of the day, as a YouTuber, you are here to entertain and tell a good story, right? You could naturally have that happen almost in a documentary style where you just play the game normally, and if good things happen and funny things happen, you try to build a story around that. That, of course, is a way to go about it. But if you want to tell a true story and craft it, you need to be able to control the environment. That's why a lot of your favorite YouTubers will use these admin panels. It's not to cheat, right? They don't care, bro. They're rich. They have millions of Robux. They don't care to cheat one run in 99 Nights in the Forest, I promise you. They do it to entertain and bring the best content to you. And like, if you think about it, Mr. Beast spends millions of dollars on a video and absolutely blows it out of the water in terms of what we think is possible, right? And he's always trying to push psychology to its limits and bring something extremely entertaining that would seemingly not be possible. And the good thing about being a gaming YouTuber is you live in a digital world. You don't have to go spend millions of dollars. 100,000 things appear, right? We live in a game, so technically you should be able to do that for free. The only problem is the game doesn't bend that way. The other limitation is if you're not a big YouTuber, you typically can't have a relationship with the developers of the game. You know, that would be my main thing. It's like, oh, if you're a big YouTuber, just reach out to the developers. They'll give you admin and help you make content on their game because they want you to make content on their game. It makes it more popular for them. They make money. You make money. It's a win-win. But if you're a small YouTuber, you're not going to have access to that. You need to push the bounds of what makes a good video, and typically shock value and driving into curiosity gaps is ways to capture attention. Everyone and their mama wants to be a gaming YouTuber, right? It's the dream job. You play video games for a living.
And you make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah, and it's cool to be a YouTuber now. Like back in the day, people weren't making giant corporations off YouTube videos, but now they are. So it's not like edgy thing to do. I guess what I'm saying is the competition is at an all-time high. And so you have to cut through that with something. And there's a few ways to do it. You can either have shock value where you do an impossible challenge. For 99, if you survived in a place that you can't normally survive at, and you survived in a place that's extremely hard, maybe people might find that interesting, right? Or bandages are like a thing that heals you in this game. What if you had a pile of 1,000,000 bandages? That's a spectacle that people would probably want to see, you know, just from the pure shock value. It's almost the Mr. Beastification of gaming, honestly. Gaming videos is kind of where the modded stuff came out from. And then you have people like Jetski who make absolutely amazing storytelling videos. And a lot of that is like pretending to be owner or trolling my friend with blank. And a lot of those things you can't just naturally have happen. And so that's where modded comes in, man.
That's my next question, actually. Like, you had mentioned that if you're not a huge YouTuber, like, of course, it's going to be way harder for these devs to reach out to you. So, like, is that your motivation? Like, is that what made you just reach out and, like, not even reach out? I meant to say, is that what made you just go straight into it? Like, I'm not going to get these guys to actually respond to me. They're not going to do it themselves. So I'm just going to take my own hand and just make my own mods and do it myself.
100%. Like, before I was doing, I've always played Roblox, right? So I've always been a fan of Roblox. Before Roblox, it was Minecraft. Like, I had YouTube channels when I was a kid, so I've always wanted to do this. But when I came to YouTube, I actually started doing IRL videos. And yeah, and
I
so
never knew that about you.
Yeah, and a friend told me basically there's a few ways to get attention when you have none. It's either shock value or doing something no one else wants to do, or having an insane personality, aka a character. I like to say personality is the same thing as character, because like we all love the character Deadpool because of his qualities. Now you could naturally be Deadpool, your personality could be that, but if it's not, then you have to become a character. And if you don't want to become a character, then you have to do stuff that nobody else wants to do. And so in IRL videos, that's typically doing something insane. Like I was gonna go, bro, I was planning on like going and doing those like cave ones where you squeeze into small spaces, you know? I was gonna do some videos where like basically doing things nobody else wants to do. To do that stuff in real life, it costs a lot of money. It's difficult to do. So when I pivoted into gaming and I saw the bigger YouTubers just get farther ahead by having access to admins and stuff, I didn't let that stop me, you know, because I was already used to getting stopped by physical blocks. in real life. You want to go wear a red tailored suit and go in a bullpen and challenge bulls? Because I wanted to do that at one point. Like, that's going to cost $3,000. So it's like, damn, okay, I can't do that for a video.
Plus, it might cost your life.
Exactly. And then plus that, right? But then in gaming, it's like, oh, some of the big YouTubers have connections to the developers, so you can't do this video. That's BS. I can do that video. I'll figure out how to do that video. All these games happen in Roblox Studio. Like, there's nothing in there. Roblox Studio is free. Roblox is free. There are an insane library of assets in the toolbox that are for free. So the only reason why other people don't do it is purely because they lack the tenacity to like figure it out. Like, I didn't know how to code, so then I figured out how to code. I didn't know how to model, so then I figured out how to model. Like, I did this video, I became the Ram in 99 Nights. And so I searched online and I found a model of the Ram in 99 Nights. But then there was a problem. It was just the model. And no one wants to just see a static model in a video. So then I go and figure out how to rig it and animate it. And then I figure out how to code action. So then when I walk, it looks like it's walking. And then if I press a button, it looks like I charge through the forest and I cut down the trees. Like, I figured out how to code all that just for a video. Then I record the video and I try to do the best storytelling I can with meeting the kid of the Ram. And I have to do a quest with the kid in order to get the powers of the Ram to turn into the Ram. There's so many layers to this stuff, but at the end of the day, you just want to make something that's entertaining. And when we live in a digital world and on Roblox, like, nothing should set you back. All this stuff is free, and it's your own will to like go and learn and figure things out and try to make something happen with your own life, you know? That's the beauty of doing gaming. Like, no one's gonna say you can't do that, you know? No one's sitting here saying you can't go. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of a crazy example, but I saw this one YouTube short by Peach in his early days, but it was how many ducks could I spawn? Peach Block's first channel was a light blue channel when he was doing variety, when he was just beginning. He had a YouTube short that was basically how many ducks could I spawn in Roblox Studio until my computer crashes. And that's a free video you could do, but it was a cool video because you ended up seeing 100 million ducks, and that's just something you want to see. YouTube is psychology at the end of the day. There's not a certain formula or script pattern or title or thumbnail way, or like, if you do this thing, this will happen. None of that matters. It's psychology at the end of the day. You'll always see videos that are mega viral that sound horrible. The audio's horrible. No one's even talking in the video. It's just like a game clip or whatever. But the psychology, the idea itself was interesting enough for people to click and watch. And if it's entertaining, they'll stay, and that's pretty much it.
So I think that leads into my next question, right? Like, we've been talking about videos and how you've seen like a lot of good videos, like things that make people want to watch. Has your definition of a successful video changed over time of you doing YouTube?
100%. Because I think, like,
can you walk me through that? Like, what was like the first, like, what would you, like, when you started, what did you think a successful video was, and like, what is it now?
When I first started, I thought a successful video is anything that has a lot of views, right?
Like, that's like, everyone.
Oh my gosh, like, that video has 1 million views, 3 million views. That's a good video. That guy has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. He's a good YouTuber because he's gained an audience of that type.
Yeah.
But the problem with like seeing those and then trying to do what they do is you're missing the story. There's always a story and an explanation to how people got to where they are and how they're allowed to do what they do. They didn't just spawn in and they do those videos and they just get to do that, right? Like Moist Critical sits and talks in front of a camera and just cuts dead space. But he gained that right to be able to do that if you look back through the history. So something that I like to do is I like to go back. If I see a channel or videos that I like by a certain person, I like to go back all the way back and watch their first videos and look at the chart. If you have vidIQ, you could see the chart, how views have gained on a certain video. So let's say I like this certain YouTuber, so I go back and I look at all of his beginning videos and they had no views, or if they do have views and I look at the chart, they didn't have views for months, right? There's always like a story to tell how something got there. So that's something important, just to know how people have developed over time. Like Fulton, everybody knows Fulton.
Yeah.
Fulton does variety on Facecam. That's so cool. He gets to play whatever game he wants. That's awesome. But that is not how Fulton started. Fulton started faceless Bed Wars. He was a Bed Wars guy, right? And he became known as a Bed Wars guy, and he was deep in that community. So he built an audience around Bed Wars and his love for Bed Wars and his content on there. His audience then loved the personality of Fulton so much that when Fulton started posting other games, they followed him and they accepted him for that. And now you see him today, 3, 4, 5 years later, he's making a bunch of money. He's getting all these views. He gets to play whatever he wants. Sometimes it's not even Roblox and they watch, but that doesn't mean you should go out and do the same thing. So that's like the first thing. And then the second thing, what I think a successful video is anything that is a huge outlier to what they normally get. Typically a small channel with less than 50,000 subs. Let's say it's a channel with 10,000 subs and it got a video with 100,000 views. That is a very successful video because they only have 10,000 fans, but that video has 100,000 views, which means YouTube went and showed it to people they don't know, right? Like if I see a channel with 10 million subs and they get 1 million views, that's cool, but it didn't necessarily expand their audience, you know? And let's say that channel with the 10,000 subs that got 100K views, let's say all their other videos only got 1,000 views. So that means something so magical about this video caused it to do way better than he ever did before, he or she or whatever, to the point where YouTube had to find more people to watch this video. That is a successful video. And there's tools you can use to help identify those, but you always want to like find those videos and learn from why it was successful. There's always a reason why. That doesn't mean go copy it, because copying doesn't necessarily always work. But if you at least know why that video did well, you could potentially include it in your next video. The essence of why it did good, you know? Maybe it was the way they packaged it. Maybe it was what they did in the video, you know? Maybe it was just the timing of the video. Sometimes you'll see a video that did so well, and it did well because they uploaded 10 minutes after the update went live for the game. So that means there's so much demand for kids wanting to see the update of the game, and no one else uploaded yet, but this random person did. And because they did, all that demand had to go somewhere, and there was low supply, only one video, so they all went to that video. But then you go and try to copy it and you upload it the next day and it tanks. That was like the timing thing on there. There's always an explanation of why a video did good, and you always just want to find outliers, because if you're a small channel and you want to get big views, you need to find other people who are getting a lot of views who never get views, and who are getting a lot of views expanding their audience when they have little to no audience to begin with.
That's a thing. Okay, my next question would be like, have you had your successful videos?
Yes, I definitely have. I've had YouTube shorts that have gotten millions of views before, but I think short form's a different thing than like long form.
Yeah, I agree with
YouTube.
that too.
It just kind of depends on your goals, right? Like it really just depends on what you really want out of your own life. But I like the long form YouTube because it's just a traditional YouTuber sense. So honestly, like it's kind of funny because like my first ever YouTube video was the "Can I Make a Cash Grab Game in an Hour?" That video I think has like 70,000 views right now, but it took 300 days to get to 70,000 views. So that took forever to get there, but it's an evergreen video, so it'll always be interesting, because as long as Roblox is around, people are always going to wonder, can you make a game in an hour? A successful one. So that one is like mediocre success, but it took forever to get there. Then fast forward to like, I want to say like September of last year, I put out a video in 99 Nights in the Forest, and it was, let me even pull it up because I don't even remember. I've done so many videos, I forget the title, but it was "New Glitch Lets You Go Past Max Days in 99 Nights in the Forest." And it got 425,000 views when I had less than 1,000 subscribers on that channel.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I made a brand new channel.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that one went, and I can tell you why. The thumbnail has an image of a bed, a rainbow bed, and it says admin bed, but the title says "New Glitch Lets You Go Past the Max Days." So it's a glitch video, possibly explaining the glitch, but the rainbow admin bed makes no sense. But because that plus the title doesn't make sense, it creates a curiosity gap where you're like, "New glitch lets me go past the max days." Yeah, what is this bed thing? What does that have to do with the glitch? So then you click to find out, and basically at the time they patched this, it doesn't work now, but I was literally just in the lobby of 99 and this guy said he found a new glitch, whoever wants to go to the max days. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I immediately opened OBS and hit record and jumped in his lobby, and he showed me this glitch where you would build the basic bed from the crafting table and break it with the hammer, and build it and break it and build it and break it in a specific spot, and it would increase the day multiplier to like unlimited, basically. Like you just keep going like 50-70x nights a night, basically. So it was a glitch video, and I showed the glitch, and the thing is, if I packaged it differently, it would not have gone. If I just said the new bed glitch is crazy, or use the bed to go over 100 nights or something, it would not have gone, because it wasn't like a secret glitch that no one knew about. Like it was popular, everyone kind of knew about it at the time, and it got patched in like a day. Just a curiosity gap in the packaging made that interesting enough for people to click and watch, and then once you get them watching, you just have to entertain them. That's it, really. So you don't necessarily need to convey the video in the packaging 100% in a factual way. You do need to make sure that the stuff's there. Like you don't want to clickbait people. You want to frame it in the best way possible. Like Mr. Beast will say $1 car versus $10 million car. But if you watch that video, that's not the whole video. The whole video is not, hey, this is a $1 car, this is a $10 million car, they're gonna race.
Of course.
That would be one dimensional, you know. But instead he says this is a $1 car and this is a $10,000 car, and we're gonna work our way up all the way to $1 million car. And in fact, we're even gonna go feature military vehicles and do a battle at the end. So much is happening in that video, but the most interesting way he could have packaged it was $1 car versus $10 million car. And so that is like just a way to think about making YouTube videos, is like the psychology of it. But yeah, that was like, I think, my first successful video.
Well, that's a really good one, because I can actually see your strategy behind that. Like, okay, the glitch was going on, but you made it seem like, to me at least, you made it seem like there was another way, which is, I mean, it's still the same. Like, it's not clickbaiting, because of course you did show the viewers like, okay, like there's this glitch going around, you guys have probably heard about it, but we're gonna do this as well with the glitch, and I'm also gonna show you guys how it works. And I'm also gonna, like, maybe you possibly set a goal as like, all right, and if I don't hit like 1,000 nights using this glitch, this is gonna happen to me, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And I got lucky with that video, because it's not like I knew about the glitch and then I was like, okay, let me go make a video about this glitch and plan it out. I just got lucky that I was in the lobby and I hit record and some random guy pulled up talking in the lobby saying he found a new glitch. So I kind of already had the story built for me, luckily. And that's happened to me a couple times. That's like a way to actually make some videos. I had a video where it was like I carried an all girls team to day 500 or whatever. That too, I was just sitting in the lobby waiting for something interesting to happen, and these girls were begging people to carry them. So then, bam, that was a video. And I had another one. It was like, I carried Noob to his first win. And it was this little kid. You can't do this anymore because of voice chat thing. But this kid was like yapping in the chat, basically like, nobody will play with me because I've never had my first win. Like, he only had 20 days or whatever, and no one would team up with him, like, because they didn't want a noob. So then I was like, I'll carry you to your first win, bro. No worries. And that's where it goes back to where, like, you could have a video structure, and sometimes you do need a video structure if you don't have a good story. But if you have a good story, you just need to let the story play out, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So, like, one thing I will say, so you don't believe, like, you don't have to have a video structure all the time. Like, you feel like just having a good story can be like your saving grace of a video.
Yes, 100%. If you're gonna plan out your content and have a whole system going on, then you're gonna need structure. Like, if I'm sitting here and I'm like, I want to make an RP video, and in the RP video I want it to be boys versus girls, first to win gets whatever and loser has to do something, then I need to plan that out. And if I don't have good actors or friends that have good sound bites that are going to be naturally entertaining, then I probably need to script out their lines and stuff. That is a way of going about it, but you always have to remember that at the end of the day, it is just a YouTube video, and people will watch a YouTube video if it's entertaining, and they only watch a YouTube video after they clicked on it. So once you do the packaging, you just got to make sure the video is entertaining. There's so many videos that I'll see on my timeline that are from 9 years ago with 50 million views, and it's the worst edit ever, right? And it still gets views today. I'm trying to think of one, but it'll just be something so random, and that didn't have structure. That video didn't have structure, you know? Or like your favorite streamer, like Queso or whoever, when they upload their VOD, their videos onto YouTube, they don't have a predetermined structure. And that's why live streaming is popular, because for the most part, it's not pre-planned. Now they kind of pre-plan that, right? Like they'll clip farm and stuff. But before clip farming and stuff, it was pretty much just raw. The only thing is with that, again, you still need a good story and you need to be entertaining. If you don't have a good story, you cannot just hit record and play the game for an hour and expect that video to do good. Unless you are the next reincarnation of Flamingo himself and you're just really funny and your takes are hilarious, or you have like a crazy accent or whatever it is, then sure, maybe you don't need a structure and you could just be entertaining. Mr. Beast has uploaded videos that have millions of views before he had money, and it was, I'm going to count to 100,000. And that's the video. He just counts 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 100,000. No video structure, no edits, and it went viral. Why? Because people want to see, is he really going to count to 100,000? Are we serious? There's no way he doesn't stop. There's no way this isn't edited or something. So as long as there's curiosity there, then they'll click. And then I guess people sat there and watched him count to 100,000. You know, maybe there was some therapeutic nature to it. Like specifically in 99
ASMR
Nights
or something.
literally. And there's this phenomenon in 99 Nights that's been happening in the last few months, but I think it's a result of the over structuring and editing of videos, but these channels like Orange Shark have blown up recently where they will play the game for 6 hours and go to day 500 or whatever, and then speed it up 2x and upload that. And they've amassed large audiences and a ton of views because the kids, sometimes they do just want to see you play the game. And when nobody is giving them that, that creates demand. You know, there's only so much like measuring and projecting and assumptions you can build until you got to just think like maybe there's demand for something because there's a lack thereof online. You know, maybe people do just want to watch people just play the game if nobody's doing that. But then if everyone does that, maybe they're going to want a structured story given to them, you know?
That's another thing actually.
You can make,
like, I feel like with that, just talk, like, be more in depth with it, right?
Yeah.
So I want to, like, go back to the Mr. Beast thing. How I'm going to structure that now, like, as a creator, there's this new vendetta going on. People are trying to find out if AI can count from 1 to 1,000. That's like the whole new thing going on. And like, I see it, like, it's become a trend. And it's like, of course, one person has done it. It hasn't been answered, which is like evergreen content, because you can do it yourself to find out. Like, I'm attempting 100 different ways to try and make AI count to like 1,000. Some people would be like, ChatGPT can do it better than you, Grok. Like, you should do it, or like things like that. Like, giving it different challenges. Like, that's a really good like thing to point out.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you can even apply that to Roblox. Like, a lot of popular game dev videos in the past have been recreating tower defense with AI, ChatGPT verse. It's interesting for a few reasons. One, non-game dev people want to see if AI can make a real game. Two, people who love that game concept want to see how that game concept is made. Three, game devs want to know which tool is better, GPT or Claude. So there's like multi-layered reasons why someone would want to watch that video. When they click on that video, there should be some structure. You would need a section, ChatGPT, and then you need a section about Claude.
Agreed.
You could go even further and add more sections. So you could say, then we'll have a random group of people playtest at the end of each session, and they'll rate it. Then you could add even another section. Then, as the third test, we'll give $100 of ad spend against each game to see how they perform naturally. You know, and all those things could help the view duration and help the video get pushed out for sure. But no amount of pre-planning or working on the video will save poor idea. I've learned that lesson too many times where like I have a lot of videos where the view duration is so bad, bro.
What about like packaging? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think packaging can save a horrible video?
100%. I've bared witness to it myself. The most important thing is the idea, then the packaging, then the video. Video comes last, honestly. The idea comes first, even over the packaging. You have to really like find a interest gap. You can make an assumption like, oh my gosh, a lot of people are going to want to see this, or a lot of people are going to be curious about this. I looked online. No one's really done that before. So I feel like people might be interested in this. Okay, I got my idea. Packaging is the most important thing after that. Like, you have to convey that idea in the best way possible. I've come up with an amazing idea, and then the packaging fell flat, and I only got 10,000 views. And then a bigger YouTuber copied my exact idea, exact title, like letter for letter, but with a better thumbnail, and got 500,000 views 2 days after I uploaded mine. So he sniped me extremely fast, and he did the packaging better than my idea, and it went. That gave me proof that the idea was always good, but the packaging didn't convey the idea well enough. It didn't get pushed out as much. So then the other thing is like the video itself, maybe his editing was better and his storytelling was better, and so that better view duration. YouTube's going to prefer that one as well. But I think the packaging probably fell flat there, because as soon as I saw his thumbnail, I was like, that was the better way to do it. I just didn't think of that. So good thumbnails and titles are everything. Titles are important because titles tell YouTube who to show it to. YouTube can analyze the thumbnail and try to determine who might like the thumbnail, but at the end of the day, title tells the algorithm where to push it to. Thumbnail is what real people see and decide if they're going to click. They see thumbnail first, then read title. So thumbnail is more important than title in terms of click-through rate, but title is more important than thumbnail in terms of impressions getting actually pushed out. I have an example where I did this video and it was 99 nights, but you can buy overpowered classes.
What were the overpowered classes that you mentioned in that video?
That's a good question. What did I even do for that? I custom made that RAM model, and it was fully functioning to where if I just typed a command, I could become the RAM. So you could imagine that as a RAM class in the game, which doesn't exist. But let's say I could buy a class. If I got the right materials, I could craft a class and the class would allow me to become the RAM. That's just good storytelling instead of just saying, hey, look, I built this thing that lets me turn into the RAM. That's too one-dimensional. But so I titled it Overpowered Classes. The click-through rate was over 10%. It was a viral video waiting to happen. But the impressions were low and only got 4,000 views. But then someone did the idea as well, and they said banned classes. So the word banned was better, and their video started going. It started going viral. So then I was like, why don't I just change mine from overpowered to banned? So I did. That video is 45,000 views now. So it literally was that one single word in the title that changed it all. It didn't improve the click-through rate because the click-through rate wasn't the problem. It was the reach, the impressions. So that told me that titles tell YouTube where to put a video. Thumbnail is good for the people that YouTube shows that to click on it or not. And of course the title goes into that, right? People don't just click on videos based on thumbnails. They'll look at the thumbnail, then read the title. And if they go hand in hand, then they'll click. But again, like I said on that video, it was 10.9% CTR. It was not the thumbnail and it was not the title. It was the specific wording of the title that YouTube didn't like and thought there was no interest in it. YouTube literally said, like, it gives you some insights on videos. It said, maybe changing the title and thumbnail might help, but some topics might not have interest. I knew that topic had interest though, because someone just had a viral video after mine copied me. And so I knew if I changed it, it would go. And so that worked. So idea is important. Packaging is next important. Titles, extremely important. Thumbnails, extremely important. And then you get into video, and then the video is where you have a little bit more leniency, because I myself have videos that have horrible view duration, like 20% view duration with 500,000 views. And then I have videos with 40% view duration and 2,000 views. That's where that hierarchy of importance comes into play. That being said though, the video that had 500,000 views and only 20% view duration, if it had 40% view duration, it would have been over 1 million views, you know? So like, I don't want people to think like, oh, you should just focus on packaging and screw the video. You're gonna be leaving stuff on the table. That said though, and even Ryan Trahan himself, I don't know if people know him, but he's a big YouTuber.
The YouTube go. One of the YouTubers.
Yeah, exactly. And Ryan Trahan was in this program like a couple years back where he was helping YouTubers, and he had a presentation. I saw the presentation, and he said a viral video consists of 70% packaging and 30% the video itself. So that just goes to show even mega gigantic YouTubers also spend 70% of their time on the packaging, more so than the video. When you get into the video, you need to make a good video, yes, but a good video will never save bad packaging. You know, bad packaging, good packaging can help save the bad video for sure.
100% agree with that. I feel like now we've been talking a lot about analytics. Like, I want to hear from you. Like, what's your personal favorite YouTube analytic and why?
I feel like it's got to be the CTR. If it's not the CTR, the click-through rate, it is just the overall impressions. Because like I said, like I've had videos with high click-through rate and they still don't go. But I would say the click-through rate, because when I was first starting YouTube, I made videos that I wanted to make. Strange thought. But I made videos that I thought were cool, and I didn't, which is a good thing. You should do that. But you have to level expectations of what people want to watch as well. And so I made a video where I robbed every major bank in Roblox. So I went to every single game that had a bank and I robbed the bank, right? And that was fun for me because I thought that was a good concept. Whoops, I didn't mean to ping that. Uh-oh.
Wait, you can ping in 99 nights?
Yeah, you press Q now and you can ping. It's crazy.
Oh wait, I can. Wait,
yeah, it's crazy.
How do I stop it?
I think it might just be there. It's fine.
Oh! Did you just...
I got struck by lightning.
How did you die?
Oh my god.
I got you. That's crazy.
That's insane, bro. All right, hold on. We need to get a lightning rod ASAP, bro. Holy cow.
Yo, that's funny.
Yo, that's crazy.
Bro, but now you said something about the CTR, like the CTR is your favorite.
Oh yeah, so I was doing that video that I thought was awesome, and that's where I focused too much on the video part and I didn't focus too much on the packaging. So I went crazy with the video. We did crazy on the editing, and I had sections and everything, and then the click-through rate was 2.3%. And so with 2.3%, ain't nobody gonna see that.
All right, but yeah, you made the video and you discovered all that.
Yeah, so that's where I started focusing on the click-through rate more than anything. But it's also tough to really say what my favorite analytic is, because they're all kind of important for different reasons too. Like your overarching goal with your channel is more important important than short-term metrics, honestly, because there's guys like Otter on Roblox. I don't know if people know him, but Otter does variety.
Guy? Yeah.
Yeah, he does faceless variety, and gets hundreds of thousands of views every time he uploads, and it's pretty lowbrow editing. He gets to play anything he wants, and he makes a bunch of money. But again, like I said earlier, if you go into the history of Otter, you'll see that he was getting like less than 1,000 views an upload for over a year straight. This man daily uploaded and got no views, and I can guarantee you that his analytics, his metrics on those videos were horrible, because if they were good, YouTube would have pushed it out. That doesn't mean the video or the packaging was bad, just means it wasn't ready yet. So like a video could have horrible click-through rate and view duration, but a year from now magically goes up to insane click-through rate and view duration, because people needed to be exposed to Otter's personality and really love Otter for who he is. And then once that happened, YouTube started serving all of his back catalog of videos, and all of his metrics improved. So short-term analytics should never be stressed about if you have a long-term channel strategy. It just depends on your goal with your channel. You know, some people do short term, some people do long term. You know, some people see a new major game on Roblox, so they make a new channel for that game, like I did, and they only make videos on that channel, on that game, and they get a lot of views fast. But that way of doing it is not going to last you long. You're gonna have to make a new channel, you're gonna have to pivot, you're gonna have to figure it out, because not every game on Roblox lasts, and audiences change on what they want.
That's true. I mean, and I agree with that. Like, you shouldn't let just that one specific goal kind of just like, or not goal, I mean, say that one specific like metric kind of determine your entire channel's goal. But I will say though, it does, even when you're growing a channel just regularly, like those metrics do play a really key aspect in like what you should really be looking at, and like what you should change and kind of use to, what strategy you should start using to start like growing your channel more, which will lead into 100%. My next thing.
Oh my gosh, bro,
I am coming to save you. But in the like while you're dead, you can think about this next question.
Down.
What's in your niche, right? Your niche right now currently in Roblox is 99 nights, correct, on YouTube?
Yeah.
So like, what would you say is like a good CTR in your niche?
Anything over 9%.
Is there a reason for that? Like, why do you think it's just 9%? I feel like 9% is, I feel like it's high. Like, I feel like if I'm to post a 99 nights video, I would expect it to do like at least, like, I'm gonna say like probably give or take 15% first hour or two, or like not even first hour, like after a day it should still have relatively high. Like, I feel like 9% is like the average in your niche. That's what I feel like.
Yes, I currently don't have a video that has 15% view duration. My average is 9.4%. First hour, that's going to be different. It depends. Like, I've had videos over 20% the first hour, but also it depends on the channel, right? If you're Lana's Life, or if you're trying to think like Yalk, if you're Yalk or Grave, right? Or Yario, which are like 99 Nights creators. If you're Yalk and you're subscribed to Yalk, you're subscribed to Yalk because you like Yalk. Anytime he uploads, you're gonna have a lot of his subscribers gonna pull up, and so his click-through rate is gonna be a little jaded to that. For me, I don't have a high returning subscriber view rate. This channel that I'm growing has been growing really fast lately, but it's still small. So I only have like 16,000 subs. Like a week ago is like 10,000, maybe less. But all my videos get hundreds of thousands of views. So that means, honestly, whether my subs click or not, I'm going for way more than my subs reach anyways. But that being said, a lot of my subs don't immediately click when I upload. So I get low, not necessarily low click-through rate, but I get a pretty expected click-through rate. If the first hour click-through rate is 11, it'll be 11 a week from now. You know, because YouTube immediately YouTube immediately starts serving my videos to non-subs almost every time, because that's just how I've done my ideation, my ideas and stuff. It are all planned to expand my reach beyond. So I think if you have like anything over 10%, you're in viral territory. That said, like my video that's at like from like a couple weeks ago, let me go look at it. I think it's at 360k views. It's got 9.1 CTR. The first day was 11.3, and then by the sixth day 8.5, you know. So it's like, could the CTR be better? Yes. Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially if I had a personality type channel and people are watching my videos for me, I'm sure I'd have an even higher CTR and view duration. But my idea for that is so good that it works, you know. Like, that's where idea is most important.
Like, your idea is good enough that like it works out perfectly for you. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I have friends that do YouTube as well, and they don't do Roblox gaming, they do other stuff, but they have videos with like 3 million views. views and the click-through rate is 4%. And so click-through rate is an important metric for sure. That's where it could depend on content. I imagine if you make variety videos, your click-through rate's low because you are trying to gain interest from the general Roblox players on YouTube. Whereas 9 it's so niched down that the click-through rate has to be high because it's showing it to a very specific group of people and you're competing at a high level, so you need that click-through rate to be high. But yeah, I'd say like 10%. Anything over 10%, you're like, that's a great CTR in my book.
Ooh, yeah, this makes me happy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man, that sounds really good. Since I feel like we're in the middle of the video,
yeah,
have you ever heard of Bloxy Studios?
Yeah, I have.
So like a really interesting thing about like what they do, a really interesting thing about what Bloxy does, they're a Roblox company actually. Their main goal is to help creators just similar to you kind of grow their audience and like help figure all this out for you. So all you have to do is click upload on your next video.
That's goated. Yeah, that's really good. Growing with the team and having people around you helps you learn things and reach exponential growth. I've been doing it for over a year and only in the last few months have I really been figuring things out.
Have you been figuring things out alone or?
For the most part alone, and you guys have been helping me. Like I've been getting YouTube friends and talking to them all the time. So if you don't have a network of people, you know, definitely hit up Bloxy because that is a very important aspect of doing YouTube. You got to have people in your corner. If you're doing it alone, you're going to overthink everything. You're going to upload and want to change the title the first hour. You know, you're gonna want to mess with things. But if you don't have friends in the space that are down to talk YouTube 24/7, then get people like Bloxy or something like that to be in your corner and help you with that.
My next question for you, bro, like I think I'm just gonna spin back to what we were talking about before about like CTR being your favorite analytic and like we're talking about views as well. What does your ideal audience retention graph look like? I'm not saying what it looks like right now, but I'm saying like as a YouTuber, like what should it necessarily look like?
40%.
So
I think 40% view duration is people watched almost half of the video. You know, it's pretty good.
And if it's not 40%, what do you think that aspiring YouTubers should like change? Like, what do you think would make their videos better?
They need to hold people's interest for longer.
The ram just appeared in front of me.
The ram's on you.
I just did a noob move. I just tried to point my flashlight at him. Holy crap. Yo.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm not as good at 99 Nights. Maybe I'm not that good, but I don't know. But yeah, you had said that it's something to do with the story, like their storytelling.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you think about it, like if people aren't watching your video as long, they're probably getting bored and they're clicking off. Obviously, that is exactly what it means. And so you just need to hold people's attention longer. And there's a million ways to do that, you know, better storytelling, better story structure.
I feel like we discussed most of that on this podcast so far.
Yep.
Focus on building your storytelling and all. That's a good
one.
There's
cheap parlor tricks that you can do, like my video that popped off a couple weeks ago, 99 Nights, but you can save the 5th monster, as you guys know.
Monster?
If you don't know, there's only 4 monsters in 99 Nights, so I invented a 5th one.
There are 4. Wait, hold on. I know the deer, the ram, Oh, wait, he's still in the game?
The bat?
Yeah?
Owl? Yeah. Yep, they're all in here.
Wait, the bat is still in the game?
Yeah, I think he's like...
I think we should go pay him a visit, no? Like, just because we brought him up, I feel like we should go... Where are you? We should take
he's over here.
Let's go pay him a visit. Am I prepared? I have like... Oh, I don't even know. I have an axe, but like I have a spear. Of course, my little laser cannon.
We could say hi. We could say hi.
All right, for
sure. Yeah, so there's 4 monsters, but I made a 5th one, and I don't show the 5th monster until the end. So the view duration is just naturally high on that video because people, oh my gosh, he's here.
Wait, hold on. Where are you? I'm like being chased by these little thingies.
I'm trying to light this little crystal up. Here we go.
So like you have to light. What just happened?
Yeah, I just got flashbanged by this guy.
Wait, I've never been here before. Wait, what?
You've never been in here before?
No, like.
Yeah, this place is like.
So like, what do you have to do in here?
Yo, honestly, you got to take out like a ton. Here, I'll show you. Like, thing hits you, and try not to die from this guy.
Oh, wait, is there like a goal to like completing this?
Yeah, we basically clear out waves of these enemies, and you go deeper into the cave, and then there's a shrine, and you get to pick an upgrade for your playthrough. So it's like,
I think we should leave because what you call it? Yeah, I'm hungry. Wait, can you leave?
Let's get out of here, bro. It's too hard. Yeah, we can dip. We can dip.
Wait, it said I can't re-enter. Okay, I was finna say, I was like, whoa, are we stuck here?
That would be bad.
Nah, for real. But anyways, let's get back to it, right? Do you think YouTube rewards watch time, satisfaction, or like consistency more? Like between anything that I just mentioned?
Yes. An important metric that, I don't know if it's like 100% real or what, but I know YouTube likes bingeable content, meaning if someone watches your video and then they watch a second one and then a third one in one session, that like sends good signals to YouTube. That is definitely important. I think watch time and like view duration play into that for sure. That said though, I have been making shorter videos recently, like 8 minutes or less even. They still go viral. So, you know, some people like try to hit certain video lengths. I don't know, because someone told them to make 10-minute videos or 20-minute videos for more money.
There's a reason to that, but I'll get into that after your response. But there's a really good reason to that. Why? I would suggest you make longer videos. But it depends. Okay. It depends on your goal. I think I'm just gonna assist you from here, like calm, like low air defense. I'm just gonna be shooting from the skies.
I'm like one shot away from.
Bro, how many times are you gonna die?
Yo, oh my god.
You're meant to be the pro here. Hello.
I know, bro. I died 3 times and it's not even days.
Oh wait, what? How did he get here? Oh shit. Wait. All right, but like in the meantime though, like I will be telling you my take on that. The reason why.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
I would suggest you do like longer watch times is because, you know, like if you post a video and it's not up to 8 minutes, you cannot get like ad rolls and all that added to your video.
Mid rolls, yeah.
Yeah, mid rolls, because like it's not long enough. So like that's one thing. And plus another thing is I feel like the longer videos tend to have like more of like a structured story. So like if you have a story based, like if you're doing like more story based style content, I would suggest like, hey, like if your videos are shorter, like I don't think you're gonna get pushed out crazily, because like it's such a short story, like what's really going on in that small amount of time. Feel free, like anybody can feel free to quote me if I'm wrong, but I think that's just like the general theme of it.
No, I definitely see that side of it for sure.
Plus you want to make like every penny you can from YouTube. Like that's another thing.
Yeah, so that being said, interestingly enough, my highest RPM video, which is like how much money you make per thousand, whoever's like watching and doesn't know that is, my highest RPM video is the shortest video I've ever made recently. I think it's because if it's over 8 minutes, mid-rolls can show. And if it's longer than 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe more mid-rolls opportunities show. But if there's not natural breakpoints in the video, YouTube won't serve mid-roll. There is basically, I feel like 50% of the time, if you don't have natural breakpoints in your video, mid-rolls aren't getting shown anyways. And that's when you'll see like a $3 RPM or something. I've had a 20-minute video have like $1.20 RPM.
What would you say is a good RPM?
I think a gaming anything from like 3 to 5 is ideal, but it does depend on a lot of factors. It depends on how much advertisers are spending for sponsored placements on YouTube, for YouTube to even pay out. Like Q1, January, you're going to see low RPM because brands spend all their advertising dollars in Q4. So you have lower RPM just in general. It'll be based on the countries that your videos get views on. So if you have a US audience, you have higher RPM than like India or Singapore. And then there is just a natural difference in like content, like little kids gaming content that's pure entertainment is going to see a lower RPM than a Roblox game development tutorial video, because that Roblox gaming tutorial is educational. It's going to see a higher audience demographic, and it will probably be more English speaking countries. So you'll have a higher RPM there. And if you plan in natural breakpoints where the energy cools down in a video, kind of like how shows plan for commercial breaks on television, then you can ensure more mid-roll placements happen. So I do see that, but something that helped me recently, like kind of fix my views problem that I was having was I would just make videos longer for the sake of making them longer. And so what I've been doing now is I cut everything that doesn't directly correlate to the point of the video. So if I start yapping and talking about random stuff that people aren't going to care to see because they didn't click on this video to hear that, then I cut all that. And if the video's short, the video's short, but at least the video delivers on what they expected. But to your point, don't make this video short just to make it short either. If you have a multi-part story and you need 20 minutes to tell the whole story, then take full 20 minutes to tell the whole story.
Exactly.
You know, definitely don't sacrifice the story structure or anything to make the video short, but also don't sacrifice bored sections of the video to make the video longer either. And the best way to do that, I feel like, is just like have a plan for your video, have a story structure, editor, go in and film it and cut out everything that's boring as hell. And however long it is, it's however long it is. Especially when you're starting out. Like, who cares about money if you can't even get 100,000 views?
Facts.
Yeah, like if you
real.
can't get views, you're not making money. I'm gonna tell you right now. So what if you had crazy click-through rate and crazy view duration on a 3-minute video and you got 1 million views? Sure, you're not gonna make a lot of money on that video, but you probably learned more on what good retention is and good storytelling is in that process than like I made a 20-minute video and it has all these sections, but like halfway through the video, I'm just rambling about saving the kids or defeating the wolves, protecting the kids. Like, if my video is not about that and it's about the story of some hacker that I'm telling a story about, and I show clips of me saving the kids just to fill airtime, why would I want to watch that? Like, you know, I didn't click there to watch that anyway. So, you know, there's got to be points for, but it's a tough game.
Nah, bro. Like, now I feel like since we're on the topic, we should just come over here real quick. Come to the kids board. Let's give a quick example of like what we're currently on about.
Wow, bro, you saved 3 kids. I did not even know that.
Yeah, I've just been grinding. But yeah,
you've been grinding, bro.
Look at it right here. We have the koala kid right now, but our fire is almost out. So this is the challenge I have for us right now, right? The fire is out, which makes it 10 times harder.
Yeah.
If we don't save the koala kid, let's think about it, because like you have to be technical about it. If we don't save the koala kid, like let's say we both die to the bears guarding it, we end the video right here. That's a stake.
And we have a minute and 15 seconds to do it before the hungry deer comes and gets us.
Exactly, because that's another thing to point out. The deer is hungry tonight, which makes it even harder.
Yeah, so we need to go.
Yeah,
we need to go get this guy. We got a minute on the countdown timer, and the big bears are guarding it. All right, these bears, they mean business. Okay, and I don't know if you've ever seen a hungry deer. That thing will eat you in one go.
The deers don't be okay, and I just bumped into yeah. I might just need to wrap it up.
We might be cooked because there's only 40 seconds left, and we're not even at the location of saving the kids.
I'm almost there. Oh okay, no.
Well, we got to expand the fire. We're cooked, bro.
Yeah, we're cooked. Okay, and I just got stuck in a trap. What the flip? Yo.
Yeah, bro. I might have to abandon you, bro. Every man for
You know, I don't even blame you by not being chased by a wolf. I don't understand.
The deer's hungry tonight anyways. So even if we had the fire going, we would be kind of cooked. Let me grab this oil.
We need to get the fire going because like right now we're like vulnerable. The deer is just gonna kill us.
Yeah, we're cooked, honestly.
But let me show you for the love of the game, let's just go on ahead and bring back this fire, and because we don't want the video to end. Everyone's still trying to learn.
Definitely don't.
Okay, and the hungry deer is on me for some reason. Yo,
you're definitely cooked over there.
Hold on. Yo.
Let me see if I can get him on me.
No, wait, hold on. Wait, where's the fire? Oh, we don't even have the fire.
No, yeah, we can't go back, so.
Oh, shoot. Wait, we have to survive the deer. And I'm hungry. Everything is not going good right now. What's going on?
You might be cooked, bro.
I'm starving right now. Yo. Yeah, I'm dead for sure. I'm dead.
Oh, no.
I'm not surviving this. Yeah, I'm not surviving this. All right, it's up to you now.
Well, no, I'm going to wait out the night. And I'm safe in a tree. You just climb a tree, okay? Hungry deer come to get you. We go up inside that tree until...
Why didn't you teach me this earlier? You're meant to be the pro.
You know, it only came to mind after you died.
Wow, so I was the sacrifice to help you think about that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wait, are you alive? That is you, right?
No, I'm dead.
Oh, yeah, that is you. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. This is not good. I think I got this. Yeah, see? Easy.
Not easy, but I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, hold up.
Do you even have any bandages?
See, the weird thing about that is I find myself without a bandage, but...
Oh, yeah, I didn't even have bandages on my body. Oh, yeah, shoot. It might just be over for me,
But that's okay. I think we can get you a bandage. All right, we can get you a bandage. I see right here.
Let's go back to what we were talking about. My next question to get us back on track is, what metric... Earlier, you were saying, like, you would go back, study, like, this video is actually going to do good in the long run. And, like, that's what makes a successful video. Like, if it does good in the long run. So what YouTube metric would you say helps you know that this video is going to keep on growing for months? Like, what metric helps you to know that?
Video's going to keep going for months.
Yeah.
That's a good question, honestly. I don't even know. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Let me look through my videos really quick. Let me see if I see anything. I want to say it's the view duration. I want to say if you have really strong view duration, YouTube will keep serving it, because it's like, if it's a good video that people sit and watch through, it should keep getting views. My highest view duration videos that cash grab game, and it's still getting me views a year later, and it's got 40% view duration. That said, though, I feel like that's not a blanket statement, because you could make the tsunami update was insane, and that's not gonna get views a year from now, because that game's gonna be dead. No one's gonna care.
You personally, as a creator, right? Do you optimize more for the algorithm or more for your audience? Because we were talking about like video optimization earlier. So what is your take on that?
Optimize for the audience I don't have, the new viewer.
But
It
why
also
is
depends
that, though?
on
Like, what's your idea? Like, what's your idea behind that? Like why are you maximizing your optimization, or why are you optimizing for the viewers that you don't have yet? Like, is that something that aspiring YouTubers should also do? What is your take?
Depends on your goals, but let's say optimize for my core fans, the audience that I do have. Let's say I start optimizing for that. So I start my video and I'm like, as you guys know, in the last video, I did X, Y, and Z. And remember that one time I did this? And remember, I also promised like I was going to do this, or we're going to do that. That, like, of course, if you've been watching every video, you're going to know what I'm talking about. But if I just discovered you and I'm like, whoa, this guy seems cool, I like this idea. If you say stuff that your core audience, for your core audience, the new viewer won't know what you're talking about, and it won't be entertaining for them. If you think about it, if you're always trying to entertain the new viewer that's never seen you before, it'll always be entertaining for new people, which means if I first saw you and I was entertained, then I'll be entertained in the same style you entertained me with, which is for the new viewer. You know, some of my favorite streamers are streamers that focus on the stream and they don't focus on chat.
I mean, of course, I feel like that's like the giving. Like, with that being said, a streamer, like, if they're to just start streaming, and let me say, all I'm seeing you do is just look at the chat, it's like, okay, like, what's going on? Like, guys, like, what am I'm just watching you respond to other people. Like, are you not gonna like lock in and like do something? Like, I'm watching you for a reason. What's one analytics myth that you think creators should stop believing in? For people that like, they want to start a new channel, there's like a lot of things going around. Like, for example, like in my last podcast, I just talked about some people go on ahead and say, I just made a new channel, but I feel like I should wait 10 days before I upload my first video.
Oh, haha, the baking of the channel, yeah, heating it up.
Exactly.
There's a lot of stuff like that. Okay, yeah, heating up a channel. You just have to know YouTube's only job, same thing with TikTok and everything else, is to keep someone entertained on their platform. If you see videos that are not entertaining, maybe you open TikTok and you go off YouTube. YouTube hates that. They don't want that to happen. So they always want to show good videos. In a scenario where you make a brand new channel, in the first 10 minutes of making the channel, you upload a banger video, why would YouTube not serve it if it's good? It goes against their core purpose. They wouldn't be like, yeah, that was an amazing video, but because you're a new channel, I'm not going to push it. Like, it may take time to get impressions, right? Like, that may be a thing, sure, but it's not going to change anything. The best thing to start a new channel to get impressions fast is to get a friend who's getting views to end card you, aka the end screen of a video, have your video there so you get views, because all you need is some views to get her jump started. YouTube will either push it out or it won't push it out. It's honestly up to that. It's not going to be some big channel thing. I think that's a thing that people obviously, you know, believe in. That's a myth for sure. Yeah, the only thing upload cadence matters to is your audience. You may become irrelevant to them and they may find a new creator if you don't upload as often, but again, that is thinking about your current audience. And if you're watching this and you have a small audience, then that doesn't matter. Yeah, your audience might move on and find, you know, someone else and might get disinterested, but that doesn't mean you should rush a video to get it out to keep with your cadence. You know, the only time I stress about putting a video out is because I want to get a video out, you know.
But even at
it's
that,
not because,
though, like,
oh, I need to keep up the cadence.
But even at that though, like, quality over quantity, like, that's something I tell
100%.
all, like, that's something I tell all Bloxy clients and like everything. Like, you always want to upload, like, if I'm to give you a really good video, you want to prioritize like the whole structure of the video if you want to see the like same results that I'm not saying I'm promising, but like the same results that I'm expecting. You would have to follow the process.
Yeah, don't sacrifice quality just to put stuff out. That said, though, if you're a brand new creator and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to want to put out a bunch of videos and you're not going to want to take forever making a video, because a lot of people have decision paralysis and they get in their own way, and that stops them from getting closer to their dreams. Because I'll tell you right now, there's like a Harvard study and they got a really good, I'm probably going to quote this wrong and someone can correct me in the comments, but they did a study where they got one person who's really good at making vases to make a vase. And then they got a group of people that have never made vases to make 100 vases. And The person who's good at making bases, who only made one, he made his one base and he submitted it. The other people made 100 bases. And it turns out the people that made 100 bases ended up making a better base than the guy who just made one. And so that goes against the quality versus quantity conundrum, but that is only applicable in skills, right? What that said is when you do something 100 times, you get better at a skill and you end up putting something out that's better in the aggregate versus just the one quality thing. So if you're just starting out and you never made videos, you need to put videos out. You need to flop. You need to get no views. You need to learn what makes a good video. If you don't want to do that, then you need to hire someone like Bloxy or somebody, or get friends together and figure it out together. There's always an answer, and there's always data to prove why something worked. No one got lucky. If you think that, you need to go throw salt over your shoulder, spin around twice, and stomp out that juju or something if you believe in that. Like that is not how it works.
He said pour salt over your shoulder, spin around your bed twice, and wait.
Bro, I'm just
Nah, but yeah, that's totally true though. That's like similar to saying like run around your house 5 times and like the FBI is gonna like put a force field around your entire house just because like they saw you running.
Hey, and like think about the best way to 2 million hours and research how to shoot the best 3-point shot and never. But once you start taking 3-point shots, then you can go get a coach. Of course.
This is gonna throw shade to some NBA players right now, but like think of it like this, bro. Like think of it like Bronny James trying to shoot 3 points like Curry. You just don't see that. Like it's not something that happens immediately, you feel me? Like that takes time.
Yeah, exactly.
So 100%, like
especially someone who's never picked up a basketball before.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I might just stand right here. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna go. Next question. If you lost access to analytics tomorrow, like every single, like let's say YouTube Studios is down, but you upload a video, right? I don't know if that's possible, but if that is possible, let's say like you upload a video, analytics are down. You can't view your analytics, but you know that your video is out there and all you can see are the views. How would you run your channel?
It's a good question. The analytics just tell you stuff that's already happening. So the analytics aren't too important in terms of like what to do next. You just have to trust your gut. And I mean, the best way to have good taste and good judgment is to actually be involved and study YouTube. Like I know what video to do in 99 Nights in the Forest because I've seen thousands of 99 Nights in the Forest videos, and I look at hundreds of creators every single day and to see what they're uploading and seeing the views of other videos to see what these kids actually care about. So I could go make a video confidently without any analytics to help me, for sure.
I see.
So just be aware of what's going on.
So like just be like aware of like what's trending, and then like just try to make your own spin-offs or something, or like just be aware of like
100%.
how everything is going about, like how the content is treating everybody else, so you don't like fall behind.
Yeah.
All right, bet. That sounds good. This is mainly for the like new creators. If you could suggest one metric for a new creator to focus on when you're like bringing up their channel, like something to kind of know that, hey, if you're just starting up a new channel, just look at this metric, right? And it will tell you everything you need to know. What would that metric be?
I feel like it's still got to be the click-through.
It still has to be the CTR.
I mean, that's like for immediate like growth, but in terms of how well you're doing and engagement, for sure. There's nothing more important than when you start a new channel and you have 1,000 views, but you have 30 comments and they're all saying, wow, I can't believe this guy doesn't have that many views. Wow, you're next up. Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. That's what you want. You want that effect, because that's good, long-lasting presence and shows that people enjoyed the video enough to comment. For every good comment, 100 people also felt the same way and just were just too lazy to actually comment.
You know, that's something interesting, because I will say something else that drives comments, right? We didn't even discuss it for the entirety of this podcast, but CTAs are a really valuable thing to have in a video, because they play a key aspect.
They really are, yeah.
I will tell you right now, if I'm to upload a video to the dearest hungry tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear him behind me. Bro, all right. But I was saying, the CTAs, I can upload a video right now with 0 CTAs, and I'll compare it to a video that I upload same second, but it has like every CTA you can possibly think of in the book. But like, I'm not gonna say like just like spamming CTAs here and there. Like, of course, optimize CTAs. Like, okay guys, like if I drop this flashlight, you have to subscribe. I just dropped a flashlight, they have to subscribe. Something like that. Or like, there's this map pattern.
Yeah.
If you like, there's this one Matt Pat podcast I watched. Like, he was invited as a guest onto a podcast, and I watched it, and it was like really interesting how he changed my entire perspective on how CTAs work. He had brought up that CTAs are not something you have to like necessarily plan for. I mean, it's good to have it pre-planned if you're like having like a team work on like your videos, of course, because it can give you an idea of what CTA should put on it, right? But for example, right now, we're playing 99 Nights in the Forest. We're on day 96. We've not saved the 4th kid yet, guys. If we're able to save the 4th kid this before the next night, we have to... Oh yeah, we just beat a record. Hold on. And we just reached 99 Nights right there. But yeah, like, if we don't save the last kid in 3 minutes, you guys have to unsubscribe, and you don't have to watch this ever again. Now let's go. That's something like, but we can't even save the last kid. Bro, I keep on messing this up. We need to upgrade the fire. Let me think of a different example. All right, next on the to-do list, I have to kill 5 bears. If I'm unable to kill 5 bears in the next 5 minutes, you guys have to something, you know, like that's a CTA. That's something that's like, okay, let me see if I'm gonna actually want to subscribe to this guy. Like, is he actually gonna do the challenge or not? These are examples of like good CTAs. But my next question is gonna be, if there's one analytic you wish you understood earlier in your career, which one would it be? Like, now that you said that it's been like about a year of you doing YouTube, like taking it seriously, like what one analytic do you wish you understood, like could have helped you grow faster, like when you first started?
The idea matters more than everything else, basically.
So that kind of leads into like packaging matters, because like that's basically, I mean, that leads into me saying that like impressions, because packaging kind of brings impressions. So you wish to know that impressions definitely mattered a lot during the early stages.
Yes, exactly. 100%.
That's good to know. That's actually, so for like the viewers watching, like you guys should kind of take a page from his book and understand like impressions definitely do play a key aspect when you're growing a channel. Like, and also I will say, everyone tends to feel intimidated when they see like, oh, I had like 10 million impressions, but like you only have like 1 million views. That's, I don't want to say that's normal, but that just means like like YouTube is trying to find your audience. They're pushing your video to multiple, like everybody. That means your video is being pushed out, but maybe you should optimize your videos to find, like, I'll just say this, find your target audience first before you even start anything. Like, before you hit up, like before you click record, you should know, okay, I'm about to record this video. Which target demographic am I recording this video for? You get me?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like, I feel like that's something that should like play a key factor. Like, all right, I am a gaming creator. There are tons of games out there. What game should I make content on? I love Roblox. I'm really good at 99 Nights actually. Let me just start making videos on that. And funny enough, I can also develop games. I'm a game developer. I've messed around with Minecraft a couple of times here and there. Plus I've messed around in Roblox Studio, so I know how to make a game. Why don't I mod 99 Nights to make videos? Because I'm not as big as the YouTubers as other YouTubers, but I aspire to be as big as them. So I'm gonna make do with what I have and just do that. That's basically Zap's story. That's basically how he's become the YouTuber he is now. That's how he's able to
exactly
100,000 view videos without really like having the same exact resources as the top brass YouTubers, which I find really impressive.
Oh, thanks, bro. Just got to keep going. Never stop.
For real. And if there's one thing you could tell viewers who want to grow up and be YouTubers, what would it be?
If you only put 2 hours a day, there's someone putting 10 hours a day. Even if they have less skills, they're less entertaining. With all your whole heart and soul, put everything you got into it and never quit.
That's real. And speaking of sacrifices, because like I didn't even want to mention that, but what are some sacrifices you have to make as a creator to like be able to succeed? Like, what are some sacrifices you've made?
Luxury of time. Like, you got to be on all the time, observing the space that you're in, seeing what's working, what's not, trying new things, personal life, saying no to hanging out with friends, sacrificing time with your family. These are all things that all big YouTubers know that come part of the trade. Just same as if you wanted to own a business as well. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot.
That's true.
But You can work towards a future where you don't have to sacrifice enough, but in the beginning, something's got to give, you know?
Yeah, that's facts. And also, don't worry about the campfire. Bro. I give up on that, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that's correct. Yeah, we've made it to 99 nights. Like we don't need the campfire anymore.
Yeah, we made it. Exactly.
Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Spend more time thinking about what you want to do more than what others are doing that's successful. You build your own hell. Whatever you do all the time is what you will have to do all the time. So don't do things just because others are doing it and getting views. Do what you want to do, because if it works out, you will have to do it. So never forget that. That's it.
Well, thanks a lot. Like, it's been a pleasure having you on this episode of the Bloxy podcast.
My dude,
thank you for your time. And bro, like, y'all heard him. Just
lock in.
Basically, or just lock in, hit record, do your research, and trust me, you can be that successful YouTuber you want to be.
100%.
But yeah, guys, make sure to like, subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below on which YouTuber you want to see on the podcast. But anyways, this is a wrap.